Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Rindy Antika. I'm from class 1C. In this video, I will tell you a story about Sleeping Beauty. This book tells us about a sleeping princess who will wake up when kissed by a handsome prince. So, let's get started. Just keep for watching ya. Once upon a time, there lived a king and a queen. They want a child. After 10 years, the queen finally gave birth to a baby girl. Let us celebrate the birth of this child, sighed the king. He invited everyone to a party. He also invited the fairies. After the party, each of the 12 fairies gave the baby a gift. The first fairy said, "You shall be very beautiful." The second fairy said, "You shall be kind and gentle." But before the 12 fairy could say anything, there was a loud voice. "You forgot to invite me. You shall pay for it." It was the old fairy. The king had forgotten to invite her to the party. The old fairy walked towards the baby. She said, "When you are 18 years old, you shall prick your finger on the spindle and die." She then left the palace. The king was shocked. "What shall we do now?" he cried. "I might be able to help," said the 12 fairy. "I have not given the baby my gift. I cannot take away the evil spell, but I can change it." The fairy talked for a while and then said, "The princess will not die. When she pricks her finger, she will fall asleep until a prince kisses for her." The king and the queen were glad that the princess would not die. They did not want their daughter to prick her finger, so they ordered all the spindles in the kingdom to be destroyed. Each year, the prince grew more and more beautiful. She was kind and gentle too. Everyone in the palace loved her. Soon, the princess was 18 years old. On her 18th birthday, she was walking in the garden when she noticed the door to the tower was open. It was usually closed. The princess entered the tower and climbed the stair. At the top of the tower was a small room. In the room was an old woman. "Good morning," she said. The princess. The old woman did not reply. "Good morning," said the princess again. The old woman looked at the princess and said, "Come in." The princess saw the old woman working at a funny-looking wheel. "What are you doing?" she asked. "Spinning," said the old woman. "Want to try?" "Yes," said the princess happily. But the moment she picked up the spindle, she pricked her finger and fell asleep. At the same time, everyone in the palace fell asleep. The king and the queen fell asleep on their thrones, the soldiers on their horses, and the cooks in the kitchen. Many years passed. Tall hedges grew around the palace. Walls and palace could not be seen. The story of the sleeping princess spread through the kingdom. Many princes came to save the princess, but could not. The hedges were too thick to be cut down. 100 years later, a young prince who was passing through the kingdom heard of the story of the sleeping princess. He said, "I'm going to wake her up." The strong prince cut down the thorny hedges with his sword. It took him 3 days and 3 nights. At last, the prince entered the palace gates. He noticed that everything was quiet. Everyone was asleep. Even dog and cat were asleep. The prince searched everywhere for the princess. At last, he came to the tower and climbed the stair. The prince entered the small room at the top of the tower. He saw the beautiful princess. "She must be the sleeping beauty everyone is talking about," he said. He looked at her lovely face and fell in love with her. He bent over and kissed her on the forehead. At once, the princess opened her eyes. The evil spell was broken at last. Everyone in the palace awoke, and there was laughter. They sang and danced merrily. The king and the queen were very happy. He asked the handsome prince to marry their daughter soon. The princess and the prince were married, and they lived happily. So, that's the end of the story. Thanks for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.